And David Bell joins us now on the big show. David, we'll talk about a crazy year. We have the stops and starts. We're not going to play. We are going to play. You guys finally get to take the field, but Jeff Brom can't be there with you. How crazy was it to play this game in front of no fans with no head coach on the sidelines?
Extremely crazy because when we got the news there, Coach Brom had the COVID-19. It was very shocking to us as a team, but we believed in our assistant coaches with Coach Brian Brom and Coach Shepard. We knew those guys have been doing a tremendous job, even when Coach Brom was here getting us prepared. So when he had to sit out for the game, we just knew we were in great hands. And I think the fan aspect, growing up, I always had fans, so it's a little crazy, but I think we brought our own juice on Saturday.
Obviously, you discussed how you approached it a little bit when you found out that Coach Brom wouldn't be there. How did you and the rest of the wide receiving core approach it when you also found out that Rondale Moore wasn't going to be able to play in that opener?
I think when we found out that Rondale would not be playing in the game versus Iowa, we just came together as a collective group and just decided that we had to make plays to help Aidan OConnell, to help our offensive line, to help our defense, that we were going to be the playmakers of the game to determine the outcome.
And you certainly were. More than a dozen catches, more than 100 yards, 3 touchdown receptions. What were you able to exploit in that Iowa secondary?
I really don't think it was anything to exploit. I just think the correct play calls on the type of defense that they were running, just putting me in the right position, and then also Aidan reading the defense is pretty good, and seeing me wide open was a good thing.
Now, Coach Ferentzs was quoted after the game saying that you are one of the best Big Ten wide receivers he's ever seen since he took over as head coach in Iowa. Now, that's 21 years, so that's some pretty big praise. I'm interested in your reaction to that.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for those comments that Coach Ferentzs gave me. He's been in Iowa for a long time, so he's seen a lot of great receivers come through the Big Ten. He's coached against a lot of good receivers, and he had a lot of good receivers of his own. But for him to say that I'm one of the best that he's coached against is a huge honor.
You mentioned Aidan OConnell a couple of times during this interview. What impressed you the most about Aidan's performance on Saturday?
I really just think his confidence. He came in the game confidence. Even though he threw 2 interceptions, his head never went down. He always held his head high. He came on the sideline talking to us. We was over there cheering him up, make sure he didn't get down. And I think when it was time for the crunch time, he stepped up tremendously at the end of the game.
Obviously, one aspect that can always help the pass game is a solid run game, so the defense can't just focus on one dimension of the offense. Last year was really a struggle to run the football. Did you see this performance from Xander Horvath coming?
I did. I seen him putting in the work throughout the summer, and then when the pandemic hit, I'm pretty sure he was at home putting in the work, and then we came back to campus. He's also putting in the work again, so it's not really a surprise that he put up monster numbers last Saturday. He puts in the hard work, and whatever happens in the dark comes to light.
As you guys get set for this weekend's matchup, Illinois secondary really struggled against Wisconsin. The Badgers were able to take advantage through the air. How much do you use the previous week's game tape, even with different personnel in the secondary sometimes, to be able to model and plan what you guys hope to do?
We use it a lot. We try to pick out what Wisconsin did good against their defense to try to implement in our offense. But I just think that we still remember the game that happened last year, so we're trying to just come out and be victorious.
Not sure who's going to be more excited, you guys or Coach Brom, to get back on the sidelines this week. What do you think?
I would have to say Coach Brom. After the game last week, he was very excited for us, and he was itching to get back with us.
All right, Purdue David Bell, the co-offensive player of the week after another outstanding performance against the Iowa Hawkeyes, leading Purdue to a season-opening win. David, appreciate the time. Best of luck this week against Illinois.
Thank you.